welcome to the actual podcast. You've just missed 40 minutes of us talking and going wild about Thunderbolts. I apologize. I thought I hit recording, I didn't, and my heart's broken. I'm going to be really quickly about what I said during the podcast, which is the problem with Thunderbolts is that. Oh wait, MJ, do you want to say what is Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is 120 minutes of Marvel treading water again, trying its best to pull some A24 spirituality and social commentary while having a bunch of people run around, blow shit up, and punch each other. And Florence Pugh pinning it down with Pullman being easily being the only substantive things about the movie. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of vacuous airtime that Marvel expects you to pay your $15 for.
And I said that if you wanted to save this movie, you need to put Winter Soldier and U.S. Agent center of the story, make Florence Pugh the sixth Ranger of the cast to make have proper butting of heads, and everybody's
U.S. Agent or Red Guardian. I thought you said Red Guardian before. Okay,
I meant I should, U.S. Agent, definitely U.S. Agent, because gotcha. They're both failed Captain Americas, and one knows better than the other. The creativity and story you could have gotten from that was substantial, and never, ever, ever do I want to see a movie end ever again with a hug. You never do a group hug with a world-ending bad guy as your climax when you have nothing but a cast of killers. It should have ended as a Dark Avenger could only do, with them doing a dark thing that the regular Avengers couldn't do, like you said, the ending of one of those Doctor Who episodes. I think it's there's a Doctor Who episode where a character had to kill a kid, and it was the only way to save the day. Make the Dark Avengers make the bad choice.
Or I guess something similar would be that famous Justice League Unlimited episode where Batman goes with the girl Ace and kind of sits with her when she dies.
Yep. Yeah. If you're going to be using them, you gotta have them do the thing that the other guys can't do. And another big problem was that it was full of action sequences that we will never remember, and that's heartbreaking. Lobster, you want to throw out what you said before?
Yep, I'll try and get it out. And the Avengers is the Temu James Gunn Suicide Squad, and it's also the Temu Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's not as clever as its imitators. There was always going to be a problem when you have 5 characters who basically all do the same thing, and the film doesn't do much to use them in interesting ways. And it's they all talk the same. They all talk in witty smarks and snarky things. And the attempt to try and make the film feel deeper because, their trauma. We have sad backstories. Wah, someone give us a hug. We're so misunderstood. While they're led by Temu,
Black Widow.
No. Well, I mean, she is, but they're led by Temu, Amanda Waller / Nick Fury, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, who's a great actress, but has not been really well used. She suffers from the same problem that Amanda Waller. She suffers from 2 problems. One, the problem that Amanda Waller had in the Suicide Squad that Keith loves, that she's a good performer who has a shit script, so it doesn't matter how good she acts, she's a moron, where she sends in the Suicide Squad to rescue herself and then winds up getting still knocked down in a helicopter. You're not going to sell me that this woman is the badass devil, take no prisoners.
She's in over her head. She didn't know that was going to happen. I'm just saying
that was not the performance Olivia, really good. I'm blanking on her name, but I know she's a fantastic actress.
Viola Davis.
Yes. That was not the performance she gave of someone who was in over her head. I just rewatched Aliens yesterday for a movie night where they've got the Gorman guy, and he's like, "Oh, the aliens are everywhere. Pull back." That is a performance of a character who's in over their head. She was not giving a performance. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus is trying to be snarky, trying to be evil, and just not feeling threatening or funny or as charismatic as Nick Fury. And her dumb plan where it's I'm going to kill all these people. But I'm also going to make them my new Avengers.
She's way too meta. You could tell she's Hollywood royalty, and that's how she appears on screen. That's how the story treats her. But writing the story, it's not earned ever.
No, it's not.
They need to stop trying to make Valentina happen. She's just no. No.
I mean, great for you that you like secured like such a beloved person in like, you know,
Yeah.
a 5 and 10 picture Marvel deal, but holy, you did not use her well. And if this is the culmination of 5 different TV shows, then Jesus Christ, you know, the Avengers assemble for mid.
Yeah, it was less Avengers and more Defenders. Yeah.
I also said in the conversation that was really good, and I'm so sorry, everyone. The fact that we can all agree that the first Suicide Squad was way better than Thunderbolts, and it just didn't live up to the action adventure that was Brave New World. I mean, I'm sorry. Like sometimes you just miss, and sometimes you don't.
More watchable does not mean better. Okay.
Yes, it does.
That's right. No, not necessarily.
It literally does. I mean,
my
if
God.
you have something unwatchable. It's something that's watchable.
That's the funniest thing, to hear you like defend the Suicide Squad, but like I guess the hug really just kind of killed it for you.
Yes, like you said, like I thought we were really doing this. Like Sentry dusted the little girl. I was like, oh my God! Like now we're here with these characters who can only go this hard. All right, let's go. And then like Florence goes, just take me. I'm like, oh no, is this not death? Is just nothing is going to happen? Or we're going to snap our fingers?
Superpowers on Wii, man.
Oh
Take
my
me.
God.
Like, that was like one of the most disappointing things. I actually thought the Void had like that's a legitimately terrifying power. You just hold out your hand and then someone like
that was amazing.
Into it. Yeah, that was great to just turn out that like, oh, everyone's fine. They just went to the sad room and all you had to do was hug them.
To the sad room.
God, yeah. You just sent them to the sad room.
My superpower is that I can create entire universes for like thousands of people without any effort until I get a hug.
And that's why they had to go with the hug, man. They got a character who's clearly OP as Sentry is. You can't just have, punch him into submission. You've got to use his feelings. It's the only way to neuter the OP guy so that he's the wild card for the Avengers duology, because he's going to pop up again. They're going to be like, Bob, I'm sorry, you got a Sentry up now, man. Come on, let's go.
Well, it's funny. Do any of you guys like know the story? The only thing I know the Sentry from is like the World War Hulk storyline. Have either of you read World War Hulk, the big event?
Not that. I read when he was on like the Savage Planet.
Yeah, it's like kind of the sequel to it. So the reason I bring it up is like, Hulk comes back from the Savage Planet. He's pissed off at the Illuminati, which is like Doctor Strange, Reed Richards. He's furious. He basically starts a world war to get his revenge. And like literally they throw every Marvel hero. Thunderbolt Ross is in a super mech suit to try and take him down.
Nice.
Iron Man comes up with the Hulk but Mega Buster. Doctor Strange merges with Dormammu and he gets like these like club mace hands and he's like Strange Smash.
Glad we didn't do that.
And Hulk basically is smashes through all of them. He just rages through everything that everyone throws at him. But there's this one guy, he's the Sentry. He's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't leave this house. I can't leave this house. And you're like, oh, what's this guy going to do? What's this guy going to do? And then I think in the second to final issue, he like comes barreling in like, Marvel Superman Jesus and, fights the Hulk to a standstill.
Wow. That sounds awesome. I didn't know that Sentry was cool.
And they could do that if they haven't neutered Hulk in the MCU. But
we're never getting World War Hulk in the MCU.
Also, want to point out that I was there, Gandalf, like I said, 3,000 years ago. I read the first Thunderbolts comic book and the beautiful reveal at the end. Because, like I said last time, the power of third-tier heroes is you can do whatever you want with them. They aren't restricted like you're at your AAA tier. Like, they can die. They can do wronger things. They can do action sequence. They can do a lot of things. They don't have, like, strings on them. And then you turn to the last page and they turn out to be the bad guys. And like they even telegraphed it at the beginning where the first like couple pages goes, where did these bad guys disappear to? We still don't know. Okay, here's the rest of the story. And you like read the like what seems like the introduction of a new generic superhero team and then turn to the last page. And that's bad guys we told you about the first page. It's them. And like it caught everybody by surprise. It was a lot of fun. And I was really hoping for a twist ending with this too. Like, go hard. Like you're Thunderbolts, you're not held to the same tier as the bad guys. It could have been fun, but Disney culture just can't allow for wild.
Well, it would help if, the lineup that they picked wasn't the most milquetoast bunch of anti-heroes who'd already been through redemption arcs earlier in the media that they've shown up in. And their only issue is that they're all sad and listless and have no idea what the hell they're doing themselves. Like, why does anybody want to watch this for 2 hours? No one wants to watch this for 2 hours. Except
Marvel Legends bargain bin characters.
Yeah, and it didn't even do anything fun with them like James Gunn would have. Marvel is in like a really tough spot. You had like,
they're in a rut. They've been in a rut since Endgame.
And like it seems like that they're trying to do marketing and like whatchamacallit. Anthony Mackie was like, "Oh, this is classic MCU," and they wasted the Red Hulk reveal, all that just for a drop of $400K mediocre box office after all the reshoots.
Otherwise, it was good if you don't consider the box office and like the budget. It was a lot of fun seeing a Power Armor guy fight a giant monster. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad you like that. $300 million got to see a cool power suit battle the Hulk. I will give you that there was entertainment value.
I keep trying to take that off the like every time like I go. It wasn't that bad. Also, I keep on hearing you say $300 million. Like, I know. Like, what if it was like if they had done that for $70 million somehow? Would we all be complaining?
I think it would be great. I don't know how.
See, that's the sad thing. I mean, movies like Brave New World and Thunderbolts, it's costing the Marvel like $200 to $300 million to make those movies. Sony's making crap like that for like $85 million, and
I hear that like I think Steven pointed out like a part of the problem with pop culture lately is that certain companies get so much money that their failures don't matter, and like what we're seeing is like they get a constant stream of money buckets that they where they are create their own culture, and like they're just killing it where they are, and like if the movie doesn't make it, they still have like this revenue stream of like merchandise, whatnot, that still makes up for it. Because I was like talking about like how Star Wars really sucks and like its ratings and whatnot, they're all bad. And a friend pointed out like this news article that doesn't matter. Like Disney still brought in this many billions of dollars, so they aren't losing money. They're still making it, even if they make crap. It's just that they get to make it. They continue to make it because they own it or something.
Well, I think what also like sucks. I brought it up in the last one, and I'll try and bring it up here. The Temu version of it, which is appropriate. What sucks is that like you could between Brave New World and this, you feel some course correction of like what Phase 4 and 5 should have been. The idea that like the central question should have been who's going to replace the Avengers, and I like the idea that Anthony Mackie is like building an Avengers, and now you've got Valentina's Temu Avengers, and you've got these multiple different teams trying to fight to fill this like lost space, but that it's too late for that. And I like the idea that the movies lead into each other versus all the other stuff that just kept on promising stuff that was never delivered upon, like the Thor, the Hercules movie we're never gonna get.
Yeah. They I was saying like in the Lost episode, you have to know why people like these characters and then do that, because that's what works. Like Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, up to that point, like in my era of reading comic books, they were like DC list characters. Like they weren't in the comic books that were like flying off the shelves. That was all X-Men. And I remember like that's why they got picked up, because like they were the leftover stuff that like no one bought off them. So that they're like, okay, let's do Iron Man. What do people like about Iron Man? They didn't just say, we're just doing Iron Man. We got some guy on screen and he's got power armor and he wins the day. Like, unfortunately, they kind of did with Anthony Mackie in Brave New World. But it's more forgivable there because I'm making excuses. But for the original Iron Man, like, they really did dig into how cool is Robert Downey Jr., a billionaire, technology, and power armors fighting each other. They got into it. And with Thunderbolts, they said, we have our stars. We're going to put them on the screen for you. Just give us your money. Instead of saying, we could have tried something at all. Instead of like action spam, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's definitely the culmination of the failed experiment of like, oh, let's have all the TV shows and the side characters lead into this. And it goes to show Marvel can't make good television. They don't understand what people want from a ongoing serialized television, or what makes it good, as opposed to making kind of mediocre movies and stretching them over 6 hours.
Well, they expanded too hard, too quick, over too many different stratum of media. They're expecting everybody to do their homework and follow everything like they're hanging on the edge of their seats, and they overestimated the viewers' investment into the universe, and now they're paying for it. I mean, the multiverse saga could have worked if they'd kept it to the movies, if they hadn't gone so hard with the shows and be like, here's characters. Oh, you're never going to see them again. Like, that's not what you guys have been setting up leading up to this. The first 3 phases, we knew those characters. We were comfortable with those characters. Now you're just vomiting crap at us, and we have no idea what to make any of it. So they shot themselves in the foot.
Yep. Yeah. God bless you, Thunderbolts. You had it. I like I said, like, they have to. They're too precious for their actors too. Like, yeah, except for Ghost. R.I.P. Sorry about that. That was unfortunate for her. They just blew her away. Like,
oh, you mean Taskmaster?
Yeah, Taskmaster.
Well, I'd say Taskmaster got exactly what she deserved. She was a terrible, terrible character.
Ghost survived.
How would you know? She was barely in Black Widow, and then only in the first 10, 15 minutes of Thunderbolts, and whoop, gone away. Like, what the hell, man? Why even bother? He put her in the advertising, and now she's gone in the first 15 minutes. Like,
OG Black Widow didn't OG Black Widow spare her life and give her another chance. Is that what happened at the end? Because it's kind of funny. You're like, now you go on and try to live a good life, and then cut to like, oh, all right, well.
All right. We do want to record Andor, and it is like in 4, and I do have a little bit of a time limit. Do we want to do some final thoughts? Then we can pivot.
Let's do the final thoughts. My final thoughts are forgivable action, waste of potentially heroes that you can go very creative with, and you ended it with a hug. And that's the worst thing you could ever do in a movie to me. MJ, final thoughts?
Gotta let go of the hug, man. It's not that bad. But
I agree. You gotta let go of that hug.
From the word go, this movie was just doomed. You can't pick a lineup of milquetoast, listless people and expect people to get any investment in them whatsoever. There's no dramatic tension. There's no team dynamic to get invested in there. It was a big nothing burger if it wasn't for 2 people who I know have done better performances in other movies that kind of trickled in here despite the best efforts of the directors and the writers. Just wait for the end credit scene to show up on YouTube and skip this movie. Don't worry about it otherwise.
Yeah, it seemed mediocre. It wound up being exactly what I thought it would be. I had a lot of difficulty remembering any of the action sequences minutes after the movie. This is a movie that will always be enshrined on TBS on reruns, followed by Winter Soldier and and Thor: The Dark World on gyms across America. And be better, Marvel. Just stop being afraid of being, the boy toy or boy story that you were originally meant to be. Be true to yourself.
Yep.
Or just genuinely give a shit. Just even genuinely giving a shit would be a great improvement.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess I was gonna say another final thought that maybe I'll come up with again later. I'm so sorry to everyone who missed the very enthusiastic energy exploding Lost episode. Thank you for sticking around for this. At the end of the episode, we were like, hey, we gotta really try to do a 20-minute episode sometime, and this is the result of it, and it was still pretty good.
Instead of the Snyder cut, you got the Warner Brothers cut. Sorry.
All right, Thunderbolts, better luck next time. Try to be more like the Suicide Squad and Brave New World next time, and maybe we could. Yeah.
One final thing I want to preserve from the original cut. It is 2028. He is in theaters watching Avengers: Secret Wars. Dr. Doom is on the screen. Kamala Khan goes up and hugs him. He decides he is no longer evil. A tear goes down his face, and he looks towards the singularity.
Blood tears.
Echoing the end of Spider-Man 2, where Doc Ock becomes good and tries to stop his singularity. Dr. Doom jumps in, uses his magic to stop the singularity, and Keith Hulk rages. He grabs the Wolverine bucket, he grabs the Galactus bucket, and smashes them together, raining popcorn over everyone in the theater.
Keith
Never
smash!
again. Never again. God.
Meaning, you are the new Star Wars. You are the chosen one.
I think that might be one of the lamest endings to a Superman movie of all time. I might go that far. All right. Yeah. Brave New World, much better. You get jetpacks and monsters. That's awesome. Okay. Anyway, that's it for the podcast. Thank you guys for listening a second time for us, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.